We have another ban list in Master Duel, so let's go over it. If you still need a beautiful playmat, you can go to zerodamagegaming.com and use the code SOLEM for a discount. So right here, new ban list, and honestly, it sucks, but let's go over it. We first of all have King of the Swamp from 1 to 3. Now, if you're a tier elements player, be happy. You know, while this card was very suboptimal in the time of tier 0, because you could just play full power Ishizu tier, now that we have had so many hits, there's actually an argument that with 3 King of the Swamp, we might start playing King of the Swamp together with Polymerization, so we can make Guardian Chimera going second, and then also we can play Rule Colossus plus Grafa. Also very good at going second, of course. I think actually that tier is one of the few decks that could break the current Snake Eye boards people are trying to make. You know, depending, we would have to try it out, but I think tier, if there's one deck that can do it, tier could do it. Now, of course, that doesn't mean tier can beat all the non-engine that this crazy tier 0 deck can play, but hey, a really weak buff to tier elements. Then we have Meow Meow Moo from 1 to 3. Saw some people very happy about that. It's fine. I don't think it really changes much. Like, prank hits should be able to do well with 1 Meow, and if it isn't, that means the deck is just too weak right now. And that is the actual reality of the situation, I think. Next, we have Water Enchantress from 1 to 2. So this is pretty fun. You know, your Brave Engine is gradually coming back. It's not going to really do much. You know, we see Droll being played right now because of Super Heavy Samurai and to a lesser extent Snake Eye. And so as long as Droll is in decks, the Brave Engine basically kind of sucks, because if you waste your searches on Brave cards, that means you can't waste them on your engine. So your engine won't be going through. Half the time you will activate Water Enchantress, grab right, and they Droll you there. Then you can't even search Griffin. So your Brave Engine really is 2 searches sometimes, and that first search locked under Droll basically loses you the game on the spot. So this, you know, I don't really think is gonna do much. It'll be fun for copium piles. You know, I'll have fun with that, but it's not really gonna change anything about the meta. And not changing anything about the meta, that is what this ban list is really great at. Next, we have Super Heavy Samurai Soul Piercer from 3 to 2. Ah, yes, a big super heavy hit. Whoa. So yeah, this is a small hit in consistency to SHS, whatever. Parallel Exceed from 3 to 2. Who cares? And then finally, Branded Opening from 2 to 1. So yeah, the second best deck by a pretty big margin, actually, is being slightly hit more. And we've seen this with Branded so much, you know, all of their cards are basically at 1 at this point, and they'll still keep on trooping on because they have like quite a number of starters. They also have options in terms of like worse starters. The more shit they hit, the more you can start going towards like Allure of Darkness with Mercury, or Allure of Darkness with Despian Tragedy to get your Alubering Cartesia access that way. And so while, yes, of course you don't like this, obviously we want to have the best starters, the deck, you know, will keep on trooping on. The bigger issue with this list, again, if you see the full changes here, the actual best deck is not being hit. And now I know some people will say, oh, but it just got released, so of course they won't. But like, Snake Eye as a deck is so much better than everything right now, like by such a margin. And I'm like, at least then do not hit other decks. You know, why hit Branded when Snake Eye is so much better? What you could have done is made this one of those ban lists where you bring cards back. Because like I said before in my top 5 best decks video, the big issue isn't that we got Snake Eye's cards early, even though they are broken. The big issue is that Master Duel as a format is way lower power than the TCG and the OCG. A lot of some of the best decks and engines in the game were hit so hard through all these iterations of ban lists, because remember, Master Duel is constantly getting ban lists. You know, in TCG, OCG, we are waiting 2-3 months usually. Here we get them every 3 weeks, every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks. We have constant ban lists. And so all these constant hits on all of these other decks have made them so weak, they stand no chance of competing with Snake Eye. So if you can't currently hit Snake Eye because it just came out, you could have at least buffed other decks a little bit more, brought back some of the other cards. Would it be too soon? Maybe, but at least you would maybe have a deck that can compete a little bit. Whereas right now, it's just Snake Eye's world and we are living in it. I think the deck is cool. I just think it's like kind of cringe that you play Snake Eye or you don't play. And it's not like the mirror is all that skill intensive either. I see a lot of people coping on that as well, but like, it is mostly, I look at my hand, I have so many starters and extenders, they look at their hand, they have so many hand traps. Do I make a board? I win. Do I not make a board? They win. It is very, very rare that we actually get into grind games unless someone messed up, which is something we did see on the YCS stream a lot over the weekend. People just messing up Snake Eyes combos, and you know, of course, stream stress is a real thing. You have thousands of people looking at you, you have time, you're sitting sitting there like, oh shit, and you start messing up. That's when you have most grind games, I feel, in these Snake Eyes decks. But usually it's just compare hands and GG if you're on Dueling Book. Not that people play out that way, but you could. So having that right now in Master Duel is just, a drag. I think we should have brought back some cards, but hey, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Again, I'm fine with the list, so I'll have fun. I'll have fun with King of the Swamp and Water Enchantress in my Copium pile, but it's not for everyone. Hope you found this interesting. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Ciao.